What's up, everybody? Jordan Stewart here from Vover. Thanks so much for tapping into the Vover original show. Just a reminder that if you want to drop your opinions about the episode or respond to the host and guests with your voice, go and download the Vover app wherever you get your apps. Vover, voice over everything. Enjoyed the show.
Hey, SlabStox Sam here on Charting It Up to talk to you about this week's basketball trender. We've mostly completed the free agency period of the NBA offseason with only a few bigger names left to be signed. As is the case in the basketball card market, getting a big name in a new location can really spur on that particular player's card market even before he's put on the uniform. For instance, one of the signings that took place this past week was between Kemba Walker and his hometown team, the New York Knicks. He was born in the Bronx, he attended high school in Harlem, and he came out of the city as the 14th ranked player in the nation by Rivals.com. So it's a feel-good story for Kemba Walker, and you can't help but feel happy for him as he returns home. And that's all his card market really needed to experience a real resurgence. Looking at his 2012 Prizm base PSA 10 rookie card, where he appears in a Charlotte Bobcats uniform, this particular card was sitting at $70 based off of eBay auctions on July 15th, just a couple of weeks before free agency began. Well, then he signed with the hometown team, and this card jumped 144% in value, most recently selling on eBay auctions at $171. These are the types of moments that we look for as sports card investors, those catalysts which really just drive excitement more than anything else, and card prices then follow right along with the fervor. It's easy to envision the garden coming alive as the hometown kid hits a couple of back-to-back threes, Kemba walking back down the court, arms raised as the opposing coach is forced to call a timeout. These are those moments which that fan base desperately wants to root for. And this could also quickly become a cautionary tale about chasing the hype and riding that wave of excitement in sports card investing. After several rock-solid years for the Charlotte Hornets, playing 79 games, then 80 games, then 82 games, and 3 straight All-Star appearances in those seasons, he just hasn't been the same player ever since. He did have an All-Star appearance in that strange 2020 season for the Boston Celtics, but last year he was really just a shell of his former self, seemingly due to his troublesome left knee. He just didn't quite have that same explosive first step as he's had throughout his career. This past year was the first in 6 seasons in which he didn't finish the season averaging more than 20 points per game. He's 31 years old now, and his best basketball is most likely behind him because that's just what age does. That's not to say that he can't be a good player still, or that he won't be bringing 20,000 fans to their feet at Madison Square Garden this fall, but if last year was the beginning of things to come, the excitement might become tempered rather quickly. I guess time will tell. I really do hope that his knee can heal and that he finds great success with a city that's starved for a contender, but when you're putting your money at risk by investing in a player, chasing a 144% increase in a player like Kemba probably isn't the best investment. Instead, I think it's an opportunity to be reminded once more of another one of the many catalysts that can really drive a player's card market upward. And hey, if you are one of those people holding on to a Kemba Walker rookie card, might not be the worst time to sell. In any case, thanks for listening to this week's Charting It Up Basketball Player of the Week.
What is up, everyone? It's Aaron here, and I'm not doing soccer today. Well, I am, but just in a little bit. I'm replacing Nate's segment today, and I'm going to skip the baseball talk because I'm not qualified enough to talk about baseball for Nate. So I will talk about football instead, the American football. I've got Aaron Rodgers' 2005 Topps base rookie PSA 10 number 431 pulled up here on SlabStox Pro. If we look at the last year, this just screams volatility. On August 13th, 2020, this card was worth $510. Very respectable, all-time great. This is pre-market boom towards the end of December. And right when Rodgers made the NFC Championship, this card skyrocketed up to 1,425. People prospecting on him making another Super Bowl, hopefully winning another Super Bowl. And then we all know what happened. Tom Brady happened. And this card quickly dropped back down to $865. Now, there's also a time where trade rumors popped up with the draft, and this card rebounded a bit, getting up to $1,150. But quickly after trade rumors dissipated, the Packers said that they're not trading him, and that more sentiment came up that he might retire and host Jeopardy or something. Quickly, these dropped all the way back down to $660 for his 2005 Topps PSA 10 rookie card. Now, Since that point, July 15th, when this was $660, Rodgers has now announced he's coming back to play for the Packers for at least one more season. Then they might trade him. But now it peaked all the way back up to $973. It's up 74% in the last year. If you look at the last month, it's up 34.66%. And now the card sits at $890 with the Packers season looming ahead of them. And it's going to be very interesting to see if Rodgers has an amazing year again, potentially another MVP season. Can the Packers win a Super Bowl? Can they make a Super Bowl? Will he stay with Green Bay? If all those things happen, there's no saying that this card isn't worth $2,000 by the end of the season. It was already worth almost $1,500 last season. This might be one of the greatest comeback stories ever if it goes from him potentially retiring, getting traded from the Packers, to then winning another Super Bowl, winning another MVP, and also staying with the Packers. I think, yes, I am a Packers fan, but that would make the card, close to $2,000. So Aaron Rodgers, PSA 10, if you believe in him, jump in now. I have one of these. I've had it since I was like 10 years old. I bought it for $2 at a card show. I graded it 10 years later. It got a 10. It's still in my collection today. So Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, will be very interesting to see how he performs this season. This weekend, the Premier League returns for another season. Right now, we are looking at the 2018 Optic Phil Foden, base rookie PSA 10. This card a year ago was around $150. Phil Foden had an excellent season last year for Man City. He was really featured in their lineup. Got all the way up to $870 for his Optic base PSA 10. And after playing in the Euro, or should I say not really playing in the Euro, that card fell all the way down to $234, and now it's sitting at $283 for his Optic base PSA 10. So right now is considered a bargain compared to the peak of $870, but keep in mind, a lot of these cards have returned from PSA from the time that he was balling out towards the end of the year for Man City to then not playing the Euro, and now until now. So there's much more supply in the market. However, Phil Foden, one of the top young players in the world, if you believe in Foden, if you believe in Man City, it might be the time to buy into his cards. We have not seen a ton of pre-hype yet, preseason hype, I should say, for Man City and Phil Foden. They did get Jack Grealish, which it might help out Phil Foden. We'll see what happens there. But either way, Foden, a guy whose prices have fallen a lot and might be in the position to rebound this season. For me, I have a couple of these, not the Optic base. I have some Phil Fodens though. The Prizm 2019 blue numbered out of 199. I have one PSA 9 and one raw. I'm holding mine for now. I might grade the raw, but we'll see. I'm confident in him and his abilities as a midfielder, and he really does have a lot of scoring ability, which is nice as well. So we'll see what happens with Phil Foden this year. But everyone, enjoy the Premier League season this year. I'm a huge Chelsea fan, so can't wait to watch and hopefully claim a Premier League title, repeat as Champions League, victors, winning the trophy and everything. So we will see what happens this year with the Premier League. Thank you all for listening to this week's Charting It Up, powered by SlabStox, and I will see you all next week.
Vover!